What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as DGB to BTC. In today's episode, we will also be discussing Litecoin Lights the Way. It's a pretty interesting article that I did want to go over with you guys. And then the last article for discussion will be Bitcoin's impending halving could spark a meteoric price boom. If any of that interests you guys, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, right now I'm on the current coin market cap, and as you guys can see, the current market cap is 134.1 billion. We have a 24-hour volume of 31.5 billion and a Bitcoin dominance of 51.6%. So we're seeing a decrease in Bitcoin dominance, but we are seeing an increase in volume and market cap, indicating that most alts are up pretty high. As I scroll down, you can see that there is a very interesting, thing that's happening right now. The reason we're actually in red is because we're seemingly having a consolidation point. So yesterday, from when I made my video to now, we've seen the market kind of consolidate back down and level out, which is showing red, because compared to yesterday, we are theoretically lower, but in the 24-hour time span, we're higher than where we were, a day or two ago. So we're just seeing really consolidation for the most part, not really much of a downtrend at best. It's just stable sideways movements. You can see out of the top 10 cryptos, Bitcoin at 3,900, only up 0.5. Majority of these coins aren't even down by much, not even a percent. 0.09, 0.17, 0.7, 0.8, 0.1, not really down by much at all. Litecoin still holding number 4th position by just the skin on its teeth. Most of these coins are fluctuating though, all up or all down. There are some in green, not really up by much though, but for the most part, the market is in a very stable, sideways moving, industry. Otherwise, guys, if you're new to the channel or you haven't already signed up for the ABRA exchange, it's the second link in the description. They're doing a huge promotion with me. So basically, if you guys sign up, it's free to download for Apple or Android. All you got to do is deposit $5 of USD from a bank account into the app, and they will reward you with $25 of free Bitcoin for their promotion. So definitely take advantage of this while it lasts. They are going to be going away with it soon. There is an expiration date on the link, so it will be gone very soon. So go get your $25. It does help support the channel. Otherwise, let's move on to today's episode and discuss this Litecoin lighting the way. What am I talking about? So Thursday saw a subdued start to crypto trading. The major coins are almost unchanged from Wednesday with Binance Coin, which a lot of people are asking me to review too. I may have to do that. Being the exception of over 10% gains on Thursday. This is a rally of over 100% in a month and is now ranked number 7 by market capitalization. Once again, the success of their Binance Launchpad is catching investors' attention and lightning BNB to Ethereum in 2017. So basically, still nothing to discuss. Where are we? So basically, on top of the performing coins over the past month has been Litecoin. So looking at the 2-hour chart, comparing it to Ethereum going back to October of last year, the two coins have moved very much in tandem. These correlations among the top coins are something we have pointed out over the number of accusations or occasions. However, as we approach February, Litecoin starts to considerably outperform like we've seen. In fact, while Ethereum is well below its recent high of 164, Litecoin has gone to make a new high for 2019 at around $58.85. That is huge, guys, for Litecoin. We're definitely seeing it go to much higher lengths. Moving though on now to Bitcoin's halving. I know that was definitely another interesting topic, and then we'll jump right into the technical analysis. So Bitcoin's impending halving could spark this meteoric price boom. So basically, Alistair Milne, the chief investment officer at the Atlanta Digital Currency Fund, has said that he has said that the block reward halving for Bitcoin could push the price of the dominant crypto to a massive gains in the next 12 months. A block reward halving, for those of you who don't know, in Bitcoin is referring to as the mechanism that decreases the amount of Bitcoin generated by miners after mining a block. On the Bitcoin network, miners solve complex cryptographic problems using computing power to process transactions, which are then placed in blocks to form a blockchain. To compensate miners, every block generates a certain amount of Bitcoin, which miners then can use to cover their expenses, such as equipment and electricity costs. The block reward of the Bitcoin network is expected to decrease by half in 15 months. And traditionally, a block reward halving has led to the price to rally because it reduces the rate of which new Bitcoin is produced. So definitely very, very, very interesting. So it says just 15 months or 450 days until the next Bitcoin halving event. Can't wait for everyone to say it already priced in for the next 12 months. It isn't, according to Dr. Silbert, the CEO of Digital Currency Group, arguably the largest venture capital company in the cryptocurrency sector. Many retail investors are not aware of the block reward halving, and it will impact on Bitcoin's price. So in the past, when the block reward halving of Bitcoin occurred, the circulating supply of the asset will still be estimated to close to its maximum circulating supply. However, in recent years, due to private key losses, dormant addresses, and exchange mismanagement, millions of Bitcoins have reportedly been lost and stolen, or just permanently deleted at best. So, lost coins, as we know, further reduce the supply, but, they increase the demand. There's less available. So, all in all, we're going to definitely see what exactly is going to happen within cryptocurrency and Litecoin and Bitcoin's having, especially if we do see Bitcoin take off, that will definitely see volume, trickle down into Litecoin, and we should see that move up as well. So moving on to Litecoin, guys, and checking out its technical analysis really quick. Now, hopefully you guys are aware that I do have a Patreon where you guys can access all of these charts if you did want to pick some up. They are live updating, so it's pretty awesome all in all. But what we did leave off up yesterday is this is the main culprit for the reason why we're seeing such a interesting resistance. So a couple of things. RSI, we're seeing a lot of resistance at the $70 resistance level up near it entering an overbought market. But for the most part, it's the fact that we do have an uptrend right here that's around $64. It could be all the way up, started at around 35. But you can see this yellow uptrend. That is the biggest resistance. You can see we have a Rend candle right now at 56.49. We're tested 1 and now 2 days right now of this, uptrend, and it is becoming increasingly harder, mainly because on the 4-hour and the daily Litecoin we are overbought. So an indication that a pullback happening is pretty big. Reason being is we are overbought. We are too overbought. We're too high up. We're above the high-low middle moving averages. We're testing a resistance. There's no supporting factor to drive this price up any higher than it already has. Now, yeah, it is pretty high, and I do recommend to take profits, but we're definitely headed back down, and I wouldn't be shocked if we fell to $51.60, $53. That's honestly a good level, I feel like, to consolidate, to buy back in. Take your profits out now, treat yourself, and we'll deal with it then. But definitely a comeback and a small correction within the price is definitely what I'm calling. I think that's what we need to see, mainly because it's healthy. We need this market to do so. Looking at Bitcoin right now as we load in the graph. Bitcoin, I'm really getting anxious to see where Bitcoin is going to go. My main reason is because of the fact that there is such sideways trading, very little volume, and so much flatline movement, which is an indication to me that with this downtrend, we are inevitably going to pop off. It's very possible we could break bearish too, but using supports at 38, 37, and 36, 35, 66, I think we're pretty set. I think if we can just dip down a little bit more in our daily high-low MMA, we should build up enough potential for us to, take off to the upside. And I think we're coming down to the end of our descending triangle that has been on Bitcoin for about a year and a half now, which could inevitably pop this coin up at a very fast rate and very fast within volume. Lastly, to wrap things up with the top 3 blue chip cryptocurrencies, Ethereum. Sideways movement, not really much to talk about. It did, pull back down to a support at 123, but then pulled right back up to its normal support. So you can see tons of sideways trading. A big move is definitely coming. It's linked in with Bitcoin, so I think they're both going to pop off once Bitcoin starts to move. I'm kind of nervous because Ethereum is trading at around 60, which is kind of more so towards being overbought, which is not good. We need to see the opposite happen. It needs to come and pull more down closer to the oversold market, but I think all in all, it is definitely in a good position, and we should keep a close eye out on Ethereum. Lastly, Digibyte, huge moves. Actually, whoa, guys, this is huge. Ethereum is not, Digibyte is taken off again. It's finally, after months, almost a year, or I think over a year, we have finally tested the top of the symmetrical triangle. This is huge, guys. Clearly a rejection because it is the first time it has tested this, but this is huge. We should most definitely trade out sideways, consolidate down. You can see and test this resistance here. Now, symmetrical triangles usually break bullish. They usually break to the upside. So we should pay closer attention to that. Obviously, we have been testing this resistance using this uptrend for quite some time now. So the fact that we have finally broken through here, testing the downtrend now, and getting funneled into this, point right here, we will see this volume and the pressure build up, and it will pop most likely to the upside, being that we're using high-low MMA as a support right now. Unfortunately, now that I'm noticing it, we are overbought or nearing overbought on the RSI. So if we do break bullish for Digibyte, we're not really going to have much room to move up. So a nice pullback back down to here and riding the bottom that hopefully can let us go back to 50 will give us enough support for us to break bullish and shoot up to some beautiful levels. Otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.